In 1975, they excavated a hillside called a far locality 333, nicknamed the first family site. Notice right here where my pointer is showing. All those loose, isolated bones were recovered from the family site. And Johansen, we'll get into this in a moment, um, originally called those bones Homo, meaning human. A year before that, Donald Johansen found Lucy, the partial skeleton that is laying sideways on the table. But originally, it was considered a combination of both Australopithecus and Homo. That is not what's taught today. What's taught today is that all of these bones are Australopithecus and none of them are human. But originally, that's not what they said. And so it says Johansen originally attributed the first family collection of 216 bones to Homo, a family that was struck down all at once in a flash flood. Notice he's describing these bones as looking just like modern humans. Now, today, they would say that that human hand, even though it is unmistakably human, must have belonged to Lucy's kind. Why? Because of its presumed age. But basically, there's all kinds of evidence of human fossils dating 3 to 4 million years ago. They're described as human, originally considered to be human taxonomically. Johansen even says in his own book, I was convinced there were two species in Hadar. But then something happened in the summer of 1977. He met with Tim White, and Tim White was previously working with Mary Leakey, but he defected, having a bitter dispute with her, joined Donald Johansen, and convinced Donald Johansen to classify all of his fossils, the entire Hadar collection, including Mary Leakey's fossils from Laetoli. Classify all of those dating around 3 to 4 million years, not as Homo and Australopithecus, like he originally said, but instead he said, let's classify all of those as a single new species, Australopithecus afarensis. In simple language, they're saying, look, this has all the features of a typical modern human foot. And this foot was not found connected to a creature with an ape skull. So there's no way they can claim this belonged to an ape. And I would say the reason why it looks human is simply because it is human. But because it dates to 3 to 4 million years ago, they can't call it human. Instead, they call it Lucy's kind, Australopithecus afarensis.